Happy fall for those who live in North American countries. For those Caribbean people out there, I hate the fact that you're in the sun and I'm here battling with this weather. It says Infallible Pro Glue. It's a concealer corrector by L'Oreal Paris, and it's only 0.21 full ounce. If you've never been to my channel before, firstly, I want to thank all my subscribers for subscribing. I'm so happy that if you're not a subscriber, you're here, and I'm going to ask you nicely and kindly to hit the bell. No, firstly, before you hit the bell, hit the red subscribe button below this video. And if you are already a subscriber, I'm asking you to hit the bell. Hitting the bell is actually telling YouTube that every time I upload a video, you want to get a notification in your email. If you love me that much, and if you love looking at me that much, and if you love listening to me that much, if you love my videos that much, hit the bell. Now I'm looking for the ultimate either concealer or foundation that can give me full coverage. Why do I need full coverage? Firstly, there's a big birthmark on the right side of my face, and concealers don't usually conceal it very properly unless like I cake it up, like I pack a lot of product on my face, and I hate wearing unnecessary product. And then I'm having this breakout, which I spoke about in a previous video. I'll link that video in the description box down below. As a result of the breakout, I inherited some spots. I wish that these spots were like money because I would feel rich. Right now I feel very poor with the amount of stuff on my face. I did cleanse before, and I did moisturize with some coconut oil and shea butter a coconut oil and shea butter mixture. And now I'm going to put my primer on. I'm using the Milani Prime Shield. When I buy other primers and they don't work, or I don't like the way they work, I just always bounce back to this. Like, you must always have like a reserve product. Like when you're trying other products and those products don't work, like immediately, instead of going out and buy what you used to use that used to work for you, you just use this instead. So as I've said in many other videos, I pat my primer in because you want to fill those, well, if you have humongous pores like mine, you want to fill your pores, not wipe the product over your pores and not filling them properly, so that you could have that seamless. Usually I would go in with my oil blocking powder after I put the concealer on, but to give the concealer a fair review and to give you guys a fair review, I will not do what I usually do. And this is a stick. It's like, I don't know if it's cotton, but it's like tiny fleece bristles attached to the stick. That's how it looks. By the way, if you're wondering, let me put it like right here. If you're wondering why it's so light, I'm not sure if this is all the I think I purchased this from Rite Aid Pharmacy. I'm not sure if this is the only one that Rite Aid had, well, the darkest shade that Rite Aid had, but on the palette I think this is actually the darkest color, which would be 08 or coco cacao. That's the color of this. But the darkest shade is actually very off from what my undertone is. I have like a red undertone. This is like a more yellow undertone, so it doesn't really match, but I make it work as I do with all of my products. So I'm going to go right in. Now off the bat, I can tell you that this is very, for a concealer slash corrector, it's very liquidy, like it's very thin. So immediately, like the moment I put it on, the first time I put it on, I've worn this like a million times by the way, and the moment I put it on, I knew that I didn't approve of the liquidiness of it if you want to use that. And I just knew off the bat that when I put my foundation over this, especially if I don't use like an oil blocking powder over it, it would move, it would budge. So I'm going to show you exactly what's up. I don't like using correctors because I think they're a complete, I think it's just something created by someone to make money. That's, I just don't see the use of correctors I could be wrong. They say that correctors are used for highlight, not highlighting, like fixing your undertone, blemishes, dark spots, just putting that discoloration in your face back into balance when you put your makeup on. I think concealers do the exact same thing that correctors do. I could be wrong. Don't comment and cuss me. But I do have a corrector video that I used before, and basically to me I just used it. I just don't see the difference. So usually when I see other people do their makeup and when they use other correctors, especially if their blemishes are just here and there, I would just see them put like a little tip, like literally. Let me show you. So let's say I have a blemish right there, so I would just see them do like this, like literally, and then put their foundation over that and it covers it. My face doesn't work like that. I'm sorry, especially if the concealer is moving all around the place and shifting and stuff. So I just literally put on the concealer like foundation, because I'm trying to cover three major things. My birthmark, there's a black mark right here because of waxing, and over here from my breakout, my face got a whole lot of black spots in my hairline and on this side of my face. So I'm still using these bad boys. This is both of them are Maybelline. This is the 24-hour or Wear or 360 in Mocha, and this is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte in Java. So this is very dark and this is very light, and when I mix them, depending on how I mix them, I usually get like good shade, a shade that suits me. This is what the shades look like after I mix them. See, pretty close. I haven't even blended it in yet, and I think I got the perfect mix today. So I usually go in very gently. I should use a mirror. Very gently. I take my finger and I put it everywhere. Now, I've been noticing that when you put on your foundation a little at a time, like a little goes a long way, and it looks more natural. It looks more like your skin and less like someone lying in like you look like less like a corpse on funeral day. This is the Real Techniques beauty blender, and I'll show you exactly. And another thing, it's not budging much right now. That's because it's not a regular makeup day for me. On a regular makeup day, I'll just be bam 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 bam, makeup is finished. Right now I'm basically like just taking my time to do my makeup, so it actually had a little time to set or dry a little, so it's not moving as much as it usually would. So I find that this works better when you give it like a minute or two to just catch some air and dry a teeny bit, so that it wouldn't budge as much. So I've put foundation, not a lot, over my birthmark, and can you see it? It's right here and right here. Like my birthmark is divided into two with a dark line, so the dark line is here and that's here, and then I have the black spot. You can still see that there, and you can't really see like the blemishes that much, but I'll work this in. I'll add the rest of the foundation. Now sometimes I have to go in and I have to mix more depending on how I get coverage. Like right now my face looks pitchy patchy, like literally, so I have to go and mix some more foundation because I need more. But I prefer to do a little at a time, so I just don't look like you just dash one bag of makeup on my face. I'll just continue making it look as natural as possible. Okay, so this is foundation layer number 2, and like if you look closely, you can see here a little bit here, dark spot is still there. The blemishes are mostly gone, but like if you look like real closely, you can see them. Like I don't want my skin to look perfect, but I just want to I don't want my skin to look as horrible with the spots. I'm not going to go in a third time because it's a regular day. I don't want to be wearing too much makeup, so I'll let that slide. And usually people don't even notice. Like a lot of times when I wear makeup and I tell people, oh, I wear makeup, one of my reasons for wearing makeup is because I have my birthmark. Do you see it? Do you see it under my makeup? And most of the time they would say no. So I'll go with the coverage that I presently have. Next thing I do, I'm going to use it to highlight also. Now this is tricky because when you use it to highlight, it moves all over the place. It's the same thing like when I was putting it on before I put on my foundation. If I leave it for like a couple of minutes, it will be okay. Like it works better that way. But I'll show you right now how movie it is behave. Okay, so look at that. Look, like it's not even staying on my face. Like it's coming off on most of it is coming off on the sponge. So it's just so liquidy. For a concealer, like I would understand if this was like, this would work mostly or better as a light coverage foundation. So because I did this last, if you notice, it was more stable than when I started on my chin and my nose and so forth. So leave it like a minute or two, probably even 3. It's not going to dry on your face. It's just going to form a much thicker and richer texture. Okay, what I do like about it today, the sun isn't out any at all, and it's fall season, so it's not that hot. But even when I was using it during the summer, because I think I purchased it during the summertime, it blends in. Like if you blend it in real good, I notice that the color actually changes to match my skin tone. If you don't do it too well, then you would see the yellow in it against my red undertone and it looks off. But if you blend it well the way I did, like it just looks really nice. It just looks really nice. And that's the thing with these products. You have to know how to use them. Every product is different, and if you play around with it a lot, that is why I just wait like a few months before I give a product review. And I don't think I've ever done a first impression video, because first impression videos can really kill a product and its reputation. So I like the finish, like in terms of how matte it makes my face look, and that's mainly because of, I think my primer has a lot to do with it. For those who don't know, your primer can make or break your concealer or foundation. And the Milani primer is so nice. Like it doesn't change your makeup how it looks. It just makes it look nice. It just makes it look nicer. It makes your pores look refined and so forth. I did a review on the Milani primer. I'll link it in the description box down below. So now I'm not even wearing like a finishing powder or a blocking powder, and my face just looks not hideous or anything. Like I can just go in, put on my eye pencil, fix my brows, do my contouring and so forth. Alright, so I'm done. I did my contouring, my eyeshadow, I don't really do my brows because I'm into the whole natural hair thing. Natural brow thing I'm thinking about here, and lip gloss and stuff. So this is it. And if you look here, I can still see like blemishes here and there, like real up close. So I would have to like pack it on. I did not want to do that because I like when my makeup looks like skin, like my skin looks like itself instead of looking like powder. But this is what we're working with right now. But there's some extra details here. I'm holding my laptop. The Ulta Beauty site has some details about them here, and I am using the darkest shade. Like, I just wish companies would have more shades, but I guess with financing and supply and demand and all those things. They have to put all of those things into consideration. So you just have to find something that matches you, your skin, or you mix it, or just do something. Okay, so real quick, the details says discover L'Oreal's Pro-inspired Infallible Pro Glow Concealer that provides glowing coverage for up to 16 hours. Up to 16 hours. I think it lasts relatively long. Like I really don't have like apart from like it being too watery, and that I couldn't find something in my shade, and that it's tiny. Like, I'm not sure how long this is going to last me. I had it since the summer and I've been using it most days. I wear makeup like 3 to 4 out of the days of the week I would wear makeup. So I wish it had more. When it's done, I'm not sure how the stick thing is going to work. It also says sculpt and highlight features while you correct and conceal imperfections. So it did work like that for me, because I did use to sculpt my face. Like if you look at this side of my face, I put like here and I put here, and you could see like this dark section here. Although I did some contouring, it wasn't anything major, but before I did contouring, I did see where it sculpts my face really nicely. After I let it sit for a while, it really blended in nicely. It got thicker, so it was less movable. Conceal imperfections. I guess I would have to like probably put like 2 layers of this instead of 1, and then probably like 3 layers of foundation to really conceal my imperfections. Because my spots are really dark and then my birthmark is really light. It also says the lightweight ultra blendable formula allows you to customize your glow with luminous buildable coverage. Now I have no clue what buildable coverage means. My best guess is probably you should put layers on top of layers until you get the coverage that you want, because it does say that it is lightweight. So it's what I said in the beginning, it's like a lightweight foundation. Okay, so benefits of wearing this, just real quick, it says up to 16 hours of glowing coverage, lightweight radiant formula, conceal, correct, highlight, pro look of long wear. That's why I like coming on these sites and actually looking at what it says, because it even outlines the ingredients. So you can come to ulta.com, and you could put the name of the product in there, and then it gives you like a more detailed description of what is going on with the product, including the ingredients. So it says how to use. Apply over foundation. Interesting. Apply over, not under. Over foundation to conceal imperfection and dark circles. Now if this is not my shade, I did put it over my foundation to highlight, and it blended in really quickly with my skin. But can I put this this one is tricky. So you see, this is how they want you to use it, to put it over. But if it doesn't match your skin tone, how would that have worked for my birthmark? Like my skin would look totally off. Anyway, it says highlight. To highlight, apply concealer a shade lighter than your skin tone onto cheekbones, inner corner of eyes, bridge of nose, and forehead. That's exactly what I did. I didn't really put it on my cheeks, I just put it under my eyes. Okay, alright, so defying brows. I should have put this in there, like definition for brows. I don't like how it works in that regard. I think it's too liquidy for definition, for defining brows. Like it, I'm gonna show you. I'm going to use I already did my brows, and I don't like wearing an on fleek brow, but I would do it for the sake of of this review. Okay, so I just like literally went in like this on the tip of the brush, and this is my concealer brush. Doesn't have a name, like it's a no name brush, and I'm going to line my brows for definition. Prior, when I did my brows, I used my 24-hour long wear foundation that I used to mix with my Java foundation from Maybelline. so I didn't use this because it's so yellow. I don't like how it finishes my brows, but I'm going to do it for the video. Okay, so say I don't like the color for my brows. What I don't like more is that it's too liquidy. Like, it's hard for you to blend it in and not make your brows look like fake. As I said, I'm doing like a partially on fleek brow just to show you what's happening. Now, because I didn't put a lot of product on the tip of the thing, but for those who do their brows like this, there is a buildup of product here right on the line of my brow, which I so hate because it looks like paint. You know, like for those who paint a lot at home and you use scotch tape to like make a neat line, and then when you pull the scotch tape off, it has that build up to the edge. That's exactly what's happening to my eyebrow right now. So now I have to go in very neatly and just see how I could correct that. Like, okay, so now I have to take my time and go in and just blend that out as much as possible. Okay, so this is I just don't like it for my eyebrows, like, really. But as I said, I did for the review. So now I'm just going to go back in and just probably blend in that eyeshadow back. So I put a little bit there, and now I'm going to use my concealer brush. Do you see any difference? Yeah. Like, to me, if you put it up there, you have to put it down here because now it looks off. Okay, so in terms of creasing, I should address that. If you don't blend this thing in properly, you will have a lot of creasing. Like, I have a lot of wrinkles under my eyes, so it's not showing right now, but because I blended it and blended and blended, and right now I'm not wearing like a finishing powder or anything. And up here, like right here, it's creasing, like it's backing up. And from my smile lines, a little bit got in there. My smile lines are an issue if my makeup doesn't match the crease in my, or the crack in my smile lines. I laugh all the time and I smile all the time, so it usually shows. But I guess I'm having a good makeup blending day today. So my face is done. I really don't mind it. Like, it did work. My face did come together, eyebrows, everything. So this is exactly what it looks like. And if you're new to my channel, don't leave without hitting that subscribe button. And I just wanted to throw this in real quick. If you're a YouTuber and you're watching this video, a lot of people ask me so many questions about how to grow their channel. Well, my channel isn't big, but it is growing, and I literally like wrote a little handbook on how to grow your YouTube channel, and it's only like literally it's $10, like literally, and there's a discount code that you can use to get something off that, additionally off that $10, which would be so much more cheaper. I will start linking that book in the description box down below. It's a very useful book. It needs updating, but in the state that it's in right now, it's still very, 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 very helpful to you and your YouTube channel. If you love your YouTube channel so much, $10 or less is nothing in comparison to what you can benefit in the future from your channel. So click on the link, buy the book, share it with a friend, and I'll see you next one. Bye.